What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Weston Wednesdays, where we get straight to the point. As you can tell, man, the traction on this winter edition shoe, the lugs here are a little bit more aggressive, enlarged as what you would normally see on a Nike Court Vision basketball style shoe. This shoe is made specifically for the winter, which we'll touch on, but you can see right here on the bottom how aggressive and enlarged those lugs and traction pattern is. It just provides a little bit more grip and mobility and functionality on the ground when you're dealing with winter conditions. Now, as we move up, the white sail midsole of the shoe, they're calling it a foam midsole, so that's basically the cushion setup underfoot here, which would be inside right here. You can't really tell obviously on the outside of the shoe, but it is a foam midsole. Now the upper part in this edition, this color edition, it's all gray, super sweet. It's very, very clean in my opinion. There's three colorways. There's this gray, a tan, brown, and then a black. Okay, so they're all really clean looks. This one right here has different materials throughout the upper. On the toe box, it's basically a synthetic rubber with these perforated, which look like perforated. They don't go all the way through the top, but it gives you that look, which adds a little bit of the styling cues on the toe box, which is a cool look. As we move on through the mid foot, the inner, medial, and lateral, you have this little leather insert that you have on both sides, and everything's gray. So you have a synthetic area on the eyelid. The Nike sign is a leather. It's overlaid with the two-layer Nike sign stitched. It's pretty cool. It gives it a different concept and a visual look. The lace is gray. You have a nice padded canvas on the collar area just to provide a little bit more warmth and comfort. Once again, because it is a winter shoe, you want to kind of give that nice comfortable feel, cozy feel for your foot in the wintertime. Nice little padded, thin tongue. Okay, the gray laces, very thin, square-like, normal laces. The cool thing, they did add a couple loops on the tongue and the heel as well to get your foot inside the shoe a little bit easier. And they've added these metal lace loops at the top, which once again, this entire shoe is kind of giving you that boot vibe feel with that custom, still cool looking heritage basketball style shoe all in one. So some of the boots that you would normally get maybe too much like a boot where you don't want to actually wear them too much, these right here kind of still give you that cool little sporty vibe, the basketball vibe, along with that cool looking look. So these metal hooks right here on the top of the shoe allows you to really kind of lace those laces nice and tight, as like you would want them without them coming loose. So the insole is gray as well. So everything on this, like I said, is just a straight hit of gray. The three other colorways are that way as well. You have the black and tan. They just kept it really, really clean. I actually really like that, the way that it looked. And in my opinion, these shoes, they do give you that Air Force vibe, the Air Force style. But the shoe, in my opinion, once it gets cheaper, first of all, this shoe came in at $95, which is cheaper than the Air Force style. And this shoe, for certain people, the Air Force can be a little bit bulkier style shoe, a little bit more clumpy. This shoe is a little bit more narrow, in my opinion, and it fits a little bit nicer and it looks a little bit nicer. Sometimes that shoe on certain people's fit, mine in particular, because it's narrow, the Air Force looks kind of real clumpy on my foot. This one doesn't do that. It's nice and narrow, and it looks really good with anything you can wear with jeans and stuff like that. So it's just that winter boot that we're really, really looking for. As you can tell, clean shoe, true to size. Check it out, the Nike Court Vision Mid Winter Edition. I don't normally do this, but when I do, I shoe review. I'm back. Peace.